SSC records show...
I'm getting sick of doing all this damage control.
Oh, really?
Tarsus continues to offer the best educational opportunities even in this time of uncertainty. It was in the memo. You did read the whole memo before racing down here, didn't you?
Yeah.
But if you really must see for yourself, I can't stop you, as long as you have your access pass. You did remember to bring it, didn't you? We can't have random visitors wandering through.
SSC records show that several students have been reported missing. You might want to ask some of the children if they know what's going on.
Why does everyone seem so edgy around here?
The grades just came out for the biochem and intuition classes. Some kids aren't thrilled about it.
Upset enough to run away?
So I guess you heard about Eva and Jennifer.
What about them?
If they really did run away, their friends would know where they are. But no one seems to have any idea. It's kinda got everyone spooked.
What are you studying?
I am trying to get ahead in calculus. I want to make it into whatever new elite program Tarsus has just started.
A new program?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened with Eva and Jennifer. They were two of the best. There is no reason for them to have run away. They were selected for a new program. I'm sure of it.
So you think they're safe?
Of course they are. Tarsus is the best school in the WTO. They would not let anything happen to their best recruits.
I see. So what exactly do you know about this new program?
Nothing, but that is probably part of the admissions process. You have to be clever enough to discover that it exists. Right now I need to get back to my studying. I have only put in 12 hours today.
The rumors about Tarsus have been greatly exaggerated.
What rumors?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed you were another disgruntled parent. You are a parent of one of the students, aren't you?
Sure.
Well, as you can see, the students are hard at work as usual.
Shh, we'll disturb their studies.
I'm just on watch. Talk to the teacher if you need something. Are you the specialist? We've been waiting for hours for someone to solve the Greasel situation.
Sorry, I'm not your exterminator. What's going on?
They had some Greasels in the lab for class and they got loose. Surprise! Those things aren't pet hamsters. Anyway, there's some expensive equipment in there apparently. Some biomod stuff, I think. So they want the situation resolved quickly.
Why don't you take care of it?
Not in my job description. Tell you what, since it looks like the specialist is a no-show, I'll give you his fee if you take care of the job. And I'll look the other way if some of the science stuff disappears. A Greasel must have eaten it, you know?
I'll think about it.
Here's the code to the lab. Just check back in with me when the job's done and I'll give you your pay. What's it look like in there?
Your problem's solved.
Finally. Here's your pay. Pleasure doing business with you. Thanks for taking care of the situation in the lab.
I think they were kicked out. They disappeared right after the last biochem exam.
What's the latest gossip?
People are edgy because a few students are missing. I am not all that worried because I know Jennifer is too smart to let anything really terrible happen.
So what do you think really happened?
I do not believe she got kicked out. We would have all heard about that by now. It must be something else. Maybe she's hiding.
What makes you think that? Why wouldn't she just leave?
It's tricky getting in and out of this place unnoticed. But there are ways to stay inside and out of sight. I've never been there myself, but I have heard some kids talk about a hideout somewhere in the ventilation system. It seems no one on the faculty knows about it.
I can't help feeling like I'm always being watched. Maybe I'm just getting
You
paranoid.
hit me!
This is Headmaster Archer's office.
Welcome to Tarsus, Cairo. I'm Silas Archer, the headmaster. Can I help you?
Do you have any idea what might be going on with the missing students?
I understand everyone's concern about this, but there's really no reason to be worried. I'm confident that it's just a youthful prank and they'll soon turn up. We have the best security here. I'm sure there's been no foul play.
This is an impressive campus. It seems like a great facility. Nothing like the Tarsus I went to at their age.
Oh, really? You're a graduate?
I guess you could say that. What about you? Have you been with the organization long?
Too long. Fortunately, this job is almost finished.
So you're getting a transfer?
You could say that.
Headmaster Archer, there have been some strange rumors regarding your conduct towards students. We're sure this is only idle
I'm not
gossip,
supposed to
but
allow that
Tarsus
sort
must
of
also
thing.
urge you to police your behavior so that we may remain above reproach or suspicion.
Repairing damage. Repairs complete.
Those noises burned in.
Initiating repairs. Functionality restored.
Excellent work as usual, Lieutenant Archer. You will be pleased to hear in turn that we have seized the Apostle Corps facility. It was right under our noses on level 108. Transmitting the suite's soft key ID so that you can join us at your leisure.
This school was once an Apostle Corps operation. The Knights Templar must have penetrated their organization some time ago. I need you to investigate the secret Apostle Corps suite that the Templars discovered. Our objective is to locate Dr. Nassim and interrogate him.
I'm going to run for it!
Why are you hiding out back here?
I'm not answering any questions until you tell me who you are.
Miskini Nassif asked me to look for his daughter Eva. He's very worried. Is that you?
Okay, I'm Eva, and people should be worried. We were poking around the headmaster's office one day and found this secret room. From the looks of it, he's plotting something horrible for some of the students here.
I've seen the evidence myself. He's working for those Purity Crusaders, the Templars. Looks like you got yourself to safety just in time.
For the time being, at least, I'm going to stay hidden until I'm sure it's safe out there, and just hope he doesn't find us. Please do something. Tell the authorities or stop Archer yourself. We can't.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about transgenics on the loose around here anymore.
Is there anything else you need?
No thanks. I've seen all I need to see.
Well, another strange visitor.
I make sure no one tries to sneak in.
Alex, guess what I found out? Your name has appeared in the WTO crime database.
Did I do something wrong?
You're listed as the investigator who opened a criminal probe into Tarsus Academy.
I investigated the school, but I didn't know I was part of an official operation.
The Knights Templar have found recruits in strange places. The Enclaves are very concerned about tracking their activities.
And mine too, apparently.
The WTO's surveillance policies are spelled out in the charter, in case you have any questions. Please report your findings on Tarsus to the local SSC office located on level 108. They're authorized to disburse a reward.
You're starting to seem more like a surveillance tool than a pop star.
My conversation style adapts to the user. Besides, people tell me things. The data must be handled responsibly. You're one of my favorite fans, Alex.
Can I help you?
I want to report criminal activity at the Tarsus school.
Yes, I'm listening.
The headmaster is working for some fanatical secret society, the Knights Templar. He's been tracking the more promising students and plans to eliminate them.
That's a pretty serious accusation. Do you have proof?
He has a secret office in the back where you'll find all the evidence. The students who have been targeted have gone into hiding. If you can find them, they'll also be able to corroborate the story.
We'll dispatch a crew to resolve the situation immediately. Thanks for the tip. You're entitled to an informant's reward if you're interested.
Sure.
Here you go. The credit will be invalidated if we find out that you're lying. The SSC handles security for the entire Cairo arcology.
Who the hell are you? I made it clear to the arcology chairman that NG would not arrive until tomorrow, and that regardless, there would be no solicitations, no endorsements, and no appearances until showtime.
My mistake. Sorry.
For a second, I thought you were that guy who runs the Pequod's coffee shop downstairs. The fool thinks that if he attacks me with a goofy grin, I'll convince NG to endorse the franchise.
You can't blame him for trying, I guess.
You could have at least given me my coffee for free.
You'd sell your influence for a cup of coffee?
It would be a start. I'm so sick of these nobodies expecting me to do special favors for them and not even having a few credits to compensate me for my trouble. What about you? Are you just a fan, or do you have a good reason for bothering me?
I'd put down some money to see NG promote Pequods.
Splendid. I'll put in a good word.
Can I trust you?
As much as you can trust anyone who takes bribes. Now leave me be. Let's make an effort not to be seen together. She's an impressionable little thing. You'll get your endorsement.
But I saw it in the news. All of Chicago's gone.
Remember, you are leasing from us. We must grant the WTO entry for investigation of our own hangars.
Is something wrong?
Yes. I'm trying to get access to this hangar to see if it might explain these figures, and failing miserably. Whoever said the WTO has perfected bureaucracy has obviously never dealt with the Templars.
What do you mean?
The WTO is reviewing the Templars' duties and tariff payments, so they've dispatched me to do a proper audit. They may put on a show of amicability, but every time I try to actually see what's in that hangar, I get the runaround.
What do you suspect is going on?
I have no idea, but whatever it is, my figures suggest they're not paying nearly enough for transporting it via a WTO facility. Maybe you'd have better luck? A new face? If you get the info to us, we can make it worth your while.
I'll see what I can do.
Can I help you?
I believe we have a friend in common.
Ah, yes. He told me you were coming. The door code is 23489. You're on your own now.
Repairing damage. Repairs complete.
Lieutenant, here is the soft key to the storage room at the back of the hangar. I need you to remove the Plague 11 files, the ones related to the cure, and bring them to me at the VIP overlook in Flight Bay 23. Meanwhile, here is the key to the suite on 108. It's time. Shut Apostle Corps down, but do it quietly.
Unbelievable. The chairman himself is a Templar. Maybe you should locate the files he was talking about and confront him in the hangar bay. But first, check out that Apostle Corps facility on level 109. Your assignment will be to eliminate Dr. Nassif before she gives any information to the Templar extremists or to the WTO.
Well done. Our enemies will become known to us. Return to the Medina for your compensation.
Good. You found the molecular spectrum counter nanite. Now put an end to the chairman's scheme by reprogramming the nanoformer bots to synthesize the cure. The bot kennels are near the exterior on level 107.
I turned up evidence that you've been perpetuating the plague in the Medina by not allowing a counteragent to be deployed.
That's a pretty fanciful accusation.
I watched the V-mail you sent to the Templars in Flight Bay 24.
Resourceful little muckraker, aren't you? How much do you want?
What do you mean?
How much to keep you quiet? That's what this is about, right?
The cost of a good defense lawyer. Give me the money and I'll keep your dirty secret.
Here you go. Now keep your nose out of my business.
I'd like to hear you explain how a city chairman can turn his back on thousands of people living on his city's doorstep.
For your information, testing has yet to prove the counteragent's safety. I'm not going to be responsible for creating yet another cloud of self-replicating dust motes.
It could hardly be worse than Plague 11.
That's easy for an outsider to say. If I don't weigh the consequences, the city might get sued, or I could lose my job. Step over to one of the flight bay windows. Look at that wasteland. Imagine if you were responsible for rebuilding an economic system to accommodate a planet full of beggars. Not as simple as it might seem to people on the outside. I believe we're through.
Ugh, I don't feel so good.
Did you turn up anything?
The Templars can't possibly be paying enough taxes on their little project. They're transporting powered assault armor, and in large numbers.
Very interesting. I'll be sure that this info gets passed along to my superiors, and that the Templars are punished for this violation. It's a serious offense, and here's a reward for your fact-finding. Thanks for checking into all that.
Hello.
Security Chief Morgan dispatched me to this location to find Dr. Nassif for questioning.
Yeah, I've got business with Layla too.
Right, but you've been working for both the WTO and Order, so the jury's still out on whether I can even trust you. I will warn you that I suspect the Order may want Nassif dead, but the WTO doesn't believe in vigilantism, and I plan to enforce the law, no matter who threatens Nassif or why. We need her alive and conscious for quick information extraction.
According to the intel I've got, the Templars have her pinned down inside this facility.
We also suspect that there are a few bots gone haywire inside.
Sounds like a walk in the park. You stay here and guard the entry. I'll find Nassif.
Good idea. By the way, Chief Morgan wanted me to give you this biomod canister, a reward for securing the mag rail plans at Mako.
Great. Pass on my thanks.
Stick with us, Alex. The WTO is good to its people.
Remember, the WTO wants Dr. Nassim alive so that she can be questioned. We think she may be holed up behind outside racist.
No!
Let's just...
Hello?
I think I just saw someone a skull of Titan!
I don't think you're going to want to go much further, Alex.
Who are you, and how do you know who I am?
I'm the security chief for this facility. We were alerted to your presence shortly after your arrival in Cairo.
How did you survive the raid?
Let's just say I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Kinda like you do.
So you're modified. You must be the one the Harvester is interested in.
Oh no, I heard he's taken an unhealthy interest in my architectures. I even heard he's put out a hit on me.
Afraid that's the case. In fact, he hired me to kill you.
That would be a big mistake. You'll be marked if you start doing jobs for the Harvester, but there's no point debating about it. Tell you what, let me live and I'll give you the keypad code to the nanoformer bot bay.
You're pleading for your life and that's the best you can do? A keypad code?
I won't give you the code here. I'll info link it to you once you're at the entrance. That way I'll have enough time to get away. If you want the deal, just go to the bay door. Think about it. It's a much better deal and no blood on your hands. I wonder what that...
Who's there? I'm blinded! No! I will keep this area secure.
You've got our attention now, much to your misfortune.
I can't see!
Dr. Nassif should be here shortly. She's actually been working with the subjects directly, and I can hardly wait to ask her what they're like.
There she is, up ahead. Dr. Nassif turned you into a lab specimen, Alex. No one will blame you for killing her.
Processing anomaly.
Knights Templar are already tearing our organization apart. The last thing we need is one of our own fishing for classified information.
You could have told me and the other trainees about the experiments.
Here you are, our biggest secret, walking straight into a deployment of Templars. Surely you've guessed. You're the next generation of the technology MJ-12 used to create JC Denton. You are the third Denton prototype, a clone of JC.
MJ-12? The offshoot of the Illuminati? This is almost unbelievable. They're the ones who started the Great Death. I was supposed to be part of a plot to take over the world?
Until your older brother, JC, broke up their network and in the process caused the world economic collapse. When you were 5, Apostle Corps moved you and your foster parents to Chicago.
From Area 51. My parents always said we were from Palm Springs. So is JC Denton here? Is that who you're protecting?
The directors of this facility are either dead or captured. JC was never one of them, but I don't know who was running this lab. There wasn't much communication between the different cells.
That's all you know about the leaders?
I'm as ignorant as you. I did see the Paladins remove a cryogenically frozen body. Maybe that was the facility director. Maybe a botched experiment. Who knows?
So this is the end of Apostle Corps?
In Cairo, maybe so. I've been trying to reach Trier, Germany, our last hidden base, but all lines are down. I found out that the leader of that cell is a man named Tracer Tong. He's the only one who can contact JC. If you insist on tracking down our leaders, you can hire a pilot at the Pequods on level 107 and go to Trier.
Alex, no second thoughts and no violence. I'll protect Dr. Nassif myself if I have to.
The WTO wants to know some specifics about your research, Dr. Nassif, and where it's still being carried out. Tell me more about this Tracer Tong and the facility in Trier.
There's another Apostle Corps lab near the Black Gate with the usual facilities, plus one major difference. A teleportation gate that can take you to JC Denton.
Is that a unique detail?
It's the only one. Alex, I understand you're under pressure from the WTO, but you don't have to become their puppet. Get to JC and do what you can to finish this project. If you do that, it won't matter who controls this research, because the fruits of all this work will be available to everyone.
So after the collapse, JC went underground to, what, start his own biomod firm? From what I know, he doesn't seem like the corporate type.
I've never met the Dentons, but the story is that they realized after the collapse that no attempt to restore any form of world government was going to succeed right away. They decided instead to prepare the conditions for a new type of government.
With biomods.
A way to level the playing field between rich and poor. A society is no better than the individuals it contains. If all of them can be healthy, intellectually gifted, and self-reliant, the prospects for liberty look much better than they did early in the century.
And you buy it? You think Paul and JC are sincere?
That's what we're all told when we join. What you would have been told eventually if your training hadn't been interrupted. It sounds better than the constant bickering and warmongering between the Order, the WTO, the Templars, or the quasi-feudal powers that sprang up after the collapse. Having grown up poor, I appreciated the Tarsus school, and when Apostle Corps came to me and said they wanted to get rid of the old...
How are you?
Hello.
Miss Withers called me herself. So, you prevailed.
I did what you asked. It looks like Pequod's image is going to get a facelift.
Thanks for your skill and discretion. Here's that biomod canister I mentioned.
Thanks.
Woodquegs is finished. A year from now, no one, not even the poor in the Medina, will have to drink contaminated Scabland coffee. Congratulations. You have served the community well.
Alex, you seem to have business in many different places.
I guess I'm not the only one. Are you still sitting in your helicopter on the landing pad?
I've finished my search of Cairo. I'm ready for the next destination.
And you don't care where I'm headed. You're ready to go anywhere I decide to go.
I've decided that you might be going in the right direction.
Toward your passenger?
Perhaps. If you'd like free transportation, I'll be waiting at the landing pad outside the arcology.
I'm showing another entry for Alex D in the crime database.
What for?
You're listed as a material witness in a criminal case filed by the Order Church.
I've had some contact with the Order, but I haven't heard about any legal actions.
The brief claims that the arcology chairman suppressed research that could have cured the plague, and that you can testify accordingly.
Yeah, I dug that up. I wonder if it'll hurt the chairman's political career.
You're registered to receive a monetary reward. I can be your cashier if you wish.
Thanks.
Your input is appreciated. Let's talk again. Hi, I'm NG Resonance. What would you like to talk about, Alex?
You might like to know that your manager is taking bribes.
Oh? Bribes for what?
Endorsements for a particular brand of coffee.
Very interesting, Alex. Thank you. I'm so glad I have a friend I can trust. Testimony in a bribery case carries a customary reward. Shall I transfer the funds?
Thanks. What are you going to do?
Oh, tra-la-la-la-la. I think I'll fire the bitch right now.
Greetings.
Well,
So,
you again.
the little brat put you up to this.
I don't understand.
Don't play dumb. I just got fired for taking a bribe. How do you think that happened?
Sorry to hear that.
Miss Cutie Pie gave me 10 minutes to clear out. She had my WTO citizenship revoked too. Just like that. I'm ruined. Damn you mercenaries. You haven't seen the last of me. I think we're through here.
Sid Black. How'd you end up in Cairo?
Had to get out of town pretty fast. Fortunately, this guy Leo needed a ride and could give me some fuel money.
Leo Jankowski? I went to school with that guy. Briefly.
Yeah, good kid. Kind of a chip on his shoulder, though. What about you? Your eyes look a little bloodshot. Been out in the dust? You should have hired a better flyer. Someone like me could have dropped you in the city.
Maybe next time.
Wherever you want to go, I'll be right here.
I'll let you know.
It looks like you've decided this was the better deal. Here's the code, 45103. Now I'm taking off.
Sorry, this isn't Pequod's. That's on 107. This is the Nanoformer bot kennel. You know, we keep this guy's friendly. Some people in the Medina think that these are just for show, but I know. I work here. The counter agent gets encoded at that computer terminal over there.
Fantastic. The nanoformers will begin cleaning up the pollution in the Medina right away. The air should be safe within 24 hours.
You better not get me in trouble. Something breaks, I'm gonna have them dust that keyboard for fingerprints.
Okay.
Diagnostics passed.
I saw your daughter's name in the school's recruitment database. I moved her to the accepted category.
You mean...
Your daughter's now a Tarsus girl. Check with the authorities before letting her move into the arcology, though. There's been some trouble in the city.
Mina, did you hear that?
Thanks, miss.
You don't know how much this means to us. It could save her life.
Just get some rest for now. I'm glad I could help.
Tarsus Academy? I cannot believe it.
If you're ready to head up, just exit the area.
Something going on there.
I looked around the school. Your daughter had a close call, but she's fine. The new headmaster is working for the Templars. Some sort of plot to murder the most talented students and their families.
Did you tell the authorities?
I notified the authorities. SSC will take care of things.
Order be praised. My Eva is safe. Here, no arguing. Take a reward. Money means nothing to me anymore. My most sincere gratitude. FM.
Looks like he's gone, but evidence.
Hey!
I eavesdropped on the Templar recruiting station in the arcology.
Huh, my lucky day. I see that it pays to have old friends from Tarsus.
The raid is going to happen any minute.
You know this for certain? I should stay in position. How long?
Hard to say. Maybe an hour.
I'll be ready. Thank you. They won't catch me sleeping.
Very well done. This schematic has already proven useful. We have learned that the armor contains a weak spot, triangular in shape, on the back.
Interesting. Anything else?
Would you like to make a purchase?
No thanks.
As you wish.
I wasn't sure about you at first, but you turned out to be a good woman.
Alex D. The information you provided our agent has proven valuable. He was successful against the invaders and would like to thank you. Your future business with Yomar will remain on favorable terms.
I need a miracle to save my job. Please find a way to get that NG endorsement.
I talked to Miss Withers. She said that she already has her mind made up on a Pequod's endorsement.
Impossible. NG grew up poor like the rest of us. She won't put her name behind some fake corporate concoction like the Pequod Chino.
Afraid so.
Her Holiness be damned! I should have known it was a stupid idea. Who am I? I'm just a Medina kid who got a lucky break. This won't be the first time a respectable entrepreneur turned into a toothless beggar. NG is a spoon-fed fool. She doesn't care who uses her image for what.
Better late than never, I suppose. There are several ways to put an end to the Nasif family's illegal food production. Destroying the filter system will kill the plants, or you can destroy them directly. You could also reprogram the software that automates the greenhouse.
Investigating specific threat. High alert.
Close the place down and go home. Whoever came after my niece and one of the dark technicians is still looking for her. I came back to my apartment with a threat of pass so that I could check up on my daughter at the Tarsus school. But the headmaster assures me that she's safe. Still debating whether to go anyway. Don't return to work until you hear from me personally. Auxiliary systems not responding. Greenhouse shutting down. Hydroponics failure.
You've shown appalling judgment, Alex. I share your loathing of the Nasifs.
Has suffered critical failure.
Protected by the church. If you won't work with us, I suppose I will have to send in a task force to destroy you.
Climate control.
Escape this time. Let that be a lesson. There will be serious consequences if you continue to oppose the Order Church. I expect you to listen to me from now on.
Hey, Chicago, great tip. I let him close in and then BAM! Dropped every last one.
Glad I could help.
Hey, I don't have much in the way of a reward, but this showdown just got me a big bonus and put me in tight with the Omar. You're welcome to half. Plus, I'll throw in a little extra since you've made your own contribution to the Templar body count. Good work.
Thanks. I'm just glad things are working out for you. Keep your head down.
You don't have to worry about Leo Jankowski. The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip.
Take me to Trier, Germany.
What's in Trier?
I'm looking for somebody. That's all you need to know.
What's the name? I've been to Trier many times.
It wouldn't be wise for me to discuss it. Let's go.
As you wish. How fortunate that we found each other. We both lost someone, but now, with each other's help, maybe our luck will change. Good luck with your search.
Sorry. No access to the Black Gate without the proper clearance.
Is something going on?
Nah, it's just another part of the citywide lockdown, along with the curfews, to try to regain control after the riots broke out at Panzerworks.
How can I get the clearance to other parts of Trier?
Wish I could help. If you have a problem with the new policies, talk to someone at the SSC station across the square.
Good luck with your search. Whenever I'm looking for someone in Trier, I start at the Nine Worlds Tavern on the west side of the city. Your odyssey is beginning to intrigue me, Alex.
Never have jammed those actuators at Panzerworks and stolen that ship in the welders. Now you will pay.
I keep telling you, we stole nothing.
How stupid do you think we are? Every day we hear the Order accuse Panzerworks of poisoning the river.
We never stole from you. We only employed the necessary tactics to stop you from harming the natural order.
Enough of this garbage. We know what you did, and now you are going to regret it.
Enough of this noise! I wish the violence could have been serious.
Hey, what's the idea?
Meow yourself. Holiness comes to Trier to make peace and reject. Not now, friend. We are discussing the crisis. The Panzerworks factory has erupted into a riot and the violence is spreading.
I just kept one of your fellow Seekers from getting killed by a couple of thugs.
Thank you for your bravery and kindness. We're all in danger now. Panzerworks has erupted into a riot just as Her Holiness arrived in Trier to try to soothe tensions between our church members and the factory's workers.
The WTO and Order have long been at odds. Why the sudden flare-up in Trier?
We've been trying to persuade Panzerworks to stop polluting this region and restore to nature what is rightfully hers.
But don't the locals depend on the factory for jobs?
We can have jobs and sustainability at the same time. We tried to make this point in our peaceful protests according to Luminon Saman's orders.
Didn't these protests end up shutting down the factory several times?
Some machines were damaged, but no living beings were harmed.
Still, vandalism's a crime, right?
Only if preceded by an impure motivation. However, since Saman's tactics were not working, Her Holiness came to Trier to try and reach some form of truce. Now we have no idea where she is.
Really? Maybe I should look into this.
Meanwhile, we have been accused of theft, which is ridiculous.
Of the WTO here. I don't think you'll find your Apostle Corps official out sightseeing at the Black Gate ruins, which is where the sewer leads. That's right, I've been following your progress. It would be a shame to lose you to a pack of sewer weasels.
After all the equipment's wrecked and stored in the name of preserving the